5 lessons I learned from the school of life that changed my perspective on happiness. They don't teach you this in school. Not in math class, not in Sunday service. Not even from the mouths of well-meaning parents who did the best they could. But somewhere between the heartbreaks, the pressure to be somebody, and the endless scrolling, I stumbled upon the school of life. And these 5 lessons, they didn't just shift my mindset, they made me feel again. Let's talk. Let's start with the biggest lie I had to unlearn. Number 1, happiness isn't a permanent state. It's a fleeting visitor. We grow up thinking happiness is the prize. Like if we tick enough boxes, degree, love, money, glow up, then one day we'll just arrive and stay there. But the school of life taught me happiness isn't a destination. It's a mood, a moment, a guest. And like any guest, it doesn't stay forever. So instead of trying to hold it hostage, I learned to honor it when it comes. A warm cup of tea in silence. A joke that makes me throw my head back. The way my heart softens when I forgive myself for not being perfect. That's happiness. Not loud, not forever, but real. And when it passes, I don't panic anymore. Because I know it'll return. Like sunrise. But once I stopped chasing happiness like a destination, I had to ask myself a deeper question. Why do I react to life the way I do in the first place? 2. Our childhood shapes our emotional blueprint. This one cracked something open in me. Because for the first time, I saw myself clearly. The way I shrink in conflict. The way compliments make me suspicious. The way silence sometimes feels like punishment. It didn't start here. It started as a child, learning what love meant in my environment. Some of us were taught that love had to be earned, that emotions were weaknesses. That needs made you a burden. The school of life helped me realize our adult struggles are echoes of unmet childhood needs. And when we don't recognize that, we keep reliving old wounds, just in prettier settings. But when we do recognize it, we give ourselves the parenting we never had. We soothe, we affirm, we hold ourselves. That's where healing begins. Not in a perfect past, but in a present that chooses awareness. That awareness opened my eyes. But it also made me realize something even heavier. Let's get into the next lesson. 3. There's no such thing as a perfect life. You ever look at someone's Instagram and just feel behind? Yeah, me too. But the school of life reminded me that image isn't their life. It's their highlight reel. Behind every smile is a story. Behind every perfect couple is compromise, tears, maybe therapy. Behind every successful person is doubt, mistakes, imposter syndrome. There is no perfect life. Even when you get it right, you'll still face grief, loss, sickness, change, because that's the deal with being human. So instead of chasing the fantasy, I started embracing the reality. A real life is uneven. Some days you bloom, some days you break, and both days deserve love. And if perfection doesn't exist in life, why do we expect it from love? 4. Romantic love won't save you. Emotional maturity might. I used to believe love would fix me, make me whole, make life finally make sense. But the school of life stripped away the fantasy and showed me what real love looks like. It's not fireworks, it's safety. Not drama, it's understanding. Not rescuing, it's respect. So many of us are reenacting childhood patterns in adult relationships. We crave what hurt us, call chaos, chemistry, and confuse passion with pain. But love isn't meant to be earned. It's meant to be received, fully, calmly, openly. Now I'm not looking for someone to complete me. I'm looking for someone who sees me and lets me see them too. That's intimacy. That's maturity. That's love. Love taught me a lot. But the final lesson, it taught me how to be with myself. Let's get into it. 5. Contentment is built, not found. This lesson hit different because I used to think peace would come after something. Once I get that job, once I move out, once I find my person. But the school of life said, no, contentment isn't something you stumble upon. It's something you build, brick by brick. It's in your morning rituals, in saying no when you mean no, in choosing rest without guilt, in sitting with yourself without judgment. And the biggest shift? Realizing that contentment doesn't mean nothing's wrong. It means you've made peace with what is. That's where joy grows. Not in the absence of pain, but in the presence of presence. So no, I didn't get a certificate from the School of Life, but I got something far more valuable. I learned that happiness isn't something you chase. It's something you notice when you finally stop running. And maybe that's the whole point. We spend years sprinting toward money, validation, love, freedom. But true happiness, it doesn't shout. It whispers. It shows up when you're no longer trying to prove anything. When you laugh without checking who's watching. When you forgive yourself without needing a reason. The payoff? It's not fame. It's not even peace. It's presence. That quiet moment when you realize, I'm still here. I've survived so much. And somehow, I'm okay. That's happiness. And it's been waiting for you to notice. And if no one's told you lately, let me say it. You don't need to earn your way into joy. You don't have to perform peace. You just have to be honest. Be present. Be here. If this video found you at the right time, don't just like it. Honor it. Like, subscribe and turn on your notifications so you don't miss the next time your soul needs a reminder like this. We're building a space for real ones here. No bluff, no perfection, just truth, healing, and presence. See you in the next one.